Our first animation model depicts the zero pressure point in a healthy adult with balanced pressure settings of plus and minus 40 centimeters of water pressure, where blue represents positive inhale pressure and yellow represents negative exhale pressure. The animation will play through two cough sequences, with the only difference between the two is the visualization of the gas decompression spike due to the slightly delayed cough effort with the first sequence. That gas decompression spike disappears in the second sequence. These are the key takeaways from our first model. First, an appropriate target inhale pressure and time setting allow the alveoli to fully pressurize so that our subject is at or near maximum inspiratory capacity. The combination of glottic closure and active compression increases alveolar pressure due to the inverse relationship between volume and pressure. A large pressure gradient along with lung recoil pressure counteracts the negative pressure and keeps the zero pressure point at the level of the mask or even into the tubing, and our point, the upper airway, remains patent in this model. In model 2, we're going to stay with the same healthy adult patient profile using the same pressure gradient of 80 centimeters of water pressure. However, this time it will be achieved using asymmetrical pressure settings of plus 20 and negative 60 centimeters of water pressure. Our second model reveals the following. Our model is still depicting a healthy adult, so we still have glottic closure and active compression. However, a decrease in lung volume results in a decrease in lung recoil pressure, which combined with a larger magnitude negative pressure setting, empties the lung quickly to the patient's functional residual capacity point prior to the end of the exsufflation phase. This shifts the zero pressure point to the right, allowing negative pressure to enter the upper airway. In this animation, we did choose to demonstrate complete upper airway collapse as a result of the shift in the zero pressure point. However, the level of upper airway compression and flow limitation ultimately depends on the level of effort during the active cough, the target negative pressure setting, and the pressure gradient that is ultimately achieved. The point is that asymmetrical pressures can shift the zero pressure point and negatively impact the effectiveness of MIE therapy even in a healthy adult. In model 3, we're going to examine the zero pressure point and upper airway stability, this time using balanced pressure settings and in a bulbar ALS patient profile. With our third model, although our MIE pressures are balanced, a variety of new factors alter the zero pressure point, namely the loss of the ability for this patient to close their glottis and to create active compression result in a significant decrease in lung recoil pressure during the exsufflation phase. This can result in negative pressure encroaching the upper airway as our zero pressure point shifts to the right, moving deeper into the airway, resulting in upper airway compression, or as we have modeled here, in complete collapse. In animation model 4, we're going to conclude with the same bulbar ALS patient profile. However, with this model, we're going to first reduce the magnitude of the negative pressure setting, and we're going to change the patient technique. This time, the patient will be instructed to synchronize a maximal effort open glottis huff at the start of the exsufflation phase. These changes in our model shift the zero pressure point to the left, keeping the negative pressure at the level of the mask, and our point with the model is our upper airway maintains patency throughout the exsufflation phase.